it's time for another 5-minute murder. I am actually getting ready to leave here this morning and head down to Nashville, Tennessee for the World Oddities Expo down there. Should be a great time right there in the heart of Nashville. Country music country, I guess. If you don't know, I'm not a huge country music fan, so probably not the mecca of where I want to go, but Nashville apparently is always a good time. I have to get me some barbecue or something while I'm down there, because I like to go get some regional cuisine. So, all right, we're gonna pick a card, and well, I guess we could do that one, really. Let's see what we got here. All right, so this is a fun one here. The Nexium cult and old Keith Raniere. So, on the new cards I have, on the back there's a QR code. These are the older ones. There's nothing on the back here. But the Nexium cult is fascinating, right? They didn't kill anybody that we know of, right? So, but they did torture and cause a lot of havoc within the community that they were doing things in, right? So Keith Raniere set up as, and this is interesting too, because I am a huge Tony Robbins fan, right? And I've been to UPW, and I've been a staff at UPW and everything. I've walked on fire, I think, 3 times now. And it is a unique experience. I really believe that there is something to the psychology of personal development and learning how to speak to people and enriching other people's lives. I think is incredible. So I'm a huge fan of personal development. Now, Keith Raniere created a group that was all about personal development. However, he changed that group into a system of getting him ass. Like, he just turned it on its head and, messed up so many things. He had other people that were there with him. I can't remember the woman's name. But anyway, they started, I'm trying to think of the name of the group. Success Management Systems, I think it was, something like that. But anyway, they started this group where they would have small groups and they would bring people in and they would teach them all these personal development things. And just like a lot of other cults and a lot of other religions, right, they would use a system where they shamed people, right? And they would shame them and then also force them to give them lots and lots of money to buy all of these courses so they could level up and be at the next level and all of these things. And Keith Raniere and the hierarchy there would then create new programs, right? And these programs, you could get higher and higher and higher, and eventually they created an arm of the cult that was militant, right? There were men and women that were supposed to be like their military kind of, and it was just crazy. And a lot of those women were being used once you got to that place, and Keith had picked you to be, one of his inner circle, I guess. I don't remember the name of that inner group, but they would then be the ones that were servicing Keith, right? And then at that point, he would brand the women. And it's so crazy, they said it was like this mystical symbol, right, that they would brand them with. And in the card game, I actually have a picture of one of the brands. And it's just simply Keith's initials. It's KR. is this mystical symbol, right, that he would brand them with. But he branded these women right above their vagina with his initials, saying that they were his. And now this guy had gotten millions of dollars because these programs were expensive. You're talking $20,000 a program to go in for 6-8 weeks, where they would beat you up about everything in your life to make you better. He would do retreats and things where they would then do the classic cult things. They would keep you up all night. They would give you very little food and water so that you were very suggestible, and they could then reprogram you. And so Keith would do all of those things and get all these people into these suggestible situations. Yeah. And in the card game, to win the game as the NXIVM cult, you have to get several $1 million. How many? Let's see. $2.5 million, and you have to brand 5 women. I think he branded 4 or 5 of them. But yeah, crazy cult. There's a documentary on, I think it's on Netflix, about NXIVM. There's actually a couple documentaries out there, and it is wild. And, this is one of those cults that is not, this didn't happen in the 70s, right? This happened like 10 years ago. NXIVM was around. They were very, very popular. They were bringing in incredibly intelligent people. It's one of those unique things where it's a cult where, all the smart people went because they wanted to be better. They wanted to grow in their business. They wanted to make more money. And what they ended up doing is giving this guy all this money and then selling themselves over as slaves to the NXIVM cult. There are still people that are coming out that are really, really screwed up because of all the stuff that they went through. Because what started out to be a personal development program ends up becoming a sex cult where they're, taking away your food and water, and where they're, just giving you over to Keith and other members of the cult. So it's unbelievable how that goes. And when you watch the development of cults and you find out about Raniere's past and how he has always been a schemer, right? His whole life he's schemed and tried to get all of this stuff. So it's goodness, I am so clogged up this morning, but it's fascinating. Check it out. Check out the documentary. There's your 5-minute murder. Don't be part of a cult. Yeah, stay away from that shit. It'll be a problem. And I will see you guys next week. If you're in Nashville, come and see me. Talk to you soon.
The number you have dialed is not available at present. Please leave your message after the beep.
Yeah, trendsetter. Whoa, league of my